What's going on, y'all, and welcome back. It's your boy Uncle Steve coming at you with week 3 of the Memphis Tigers Dynasty Rebuild, Season 1. We're on the road again. After losing to Georgia State, we are on the road here going to Troy, hopefully looking to rebound. I apologize for the depressive tones of the last video. I just was not expecting us to play as poorly as we did. Looking to definitely rebound with this game. Xavier Johnson as our slot receiver, trying to get a little bit more speed on the
Welcome
field.
to Troy, Alabama. A lot of fans might think that running through the tee is reserved for the Volunteers of Tennessee, but the Trojans here at the vet would strongly disagree as we are set for a showdown on the wire. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a team from the American, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Troy Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Memphis offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week.
Many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Focusing on making better decisions, taking what the defense gives us.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Quick touch pass to the receiver.
Oh my God.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
We can't block. That's just plain and
The
simple.
Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
DeRozan just ends up completely
Lewis to
with
throw.
him.
The short hands. It's Hawkins.
Oh, I
At
don't know
the
what he was
45
doing.
on his way. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the
tosses and
Tigers
stuff
have
like
this
that. I know they
offense
fixed it
rolling.
this year.
Throw toward the sidelines is caught, but he caught it out of bounds. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They just keep firing. The throw to the outside is complete. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Especially
On
when it
3rd
comes
and
to
long, he's going to have to throw
CJ.
for it.
Wow,
Will have its first possession of the game. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
That's crazy.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And how he was able to get that off.
There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end?
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the...
Pressure is on the way. The pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
That is
well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Looking downfield, it's Crowder. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he was going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes. He catches them in the body like that.
They'll put this one in for a first snap of the drive from the 25.
Predictable, these teams.
The lone back's got it. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Like this year's game is a lot slower, too.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook.
I don't know if I particularly care about that.
The run from the shotgun. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down.
That we can't do.
Offense gets set for second down.
Our offensive struggle bus in the first place. We cannot be giving up.
They'll run it from the gun. He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
One of them is blitzing. I know it.
Lewis wants to pass. He took aim. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
I mean, what do you
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Taking on 2-3 blocks.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Lovett. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
On third down, going up top. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but we'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires on the move.
Oh, good kick,
It's complete.
CJ.
Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
The ball.
Lewis to throw. It's caught to keep this drive moving.
That's it. We don't have that dynamic offense that I wish we had.
They're setting up the screen. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Last-minute decision, for sure.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
To the air on second down.
There we go.
He's got him.
Oh, he spun around.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
He's a freshman.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And
spin
they'll finish the
off
run
and
the
get
end
in
zone.
there.
Touchdown, Tigers.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes
Get in
through
there,
it.
Greg.
He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Looking for a physical attack to the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Good stop, fellas.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. To the air, it's Crowder. Got his man quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they want it. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Starts a drive, trying to go up top.
There we go.
Makes the grab. It's Johnson. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
He's a freshman again.
You don't have to make things complicated. You see zone, you throw the hitch, you pick up some positive yardage.
Yes, Reese, that's easy when my guy's really fast and quick. Those guys in the slot, get it to them after the catches. Their specialty can make some magic happen.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You love to see this on offense early in drives.
Man.
Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Might be looking to run. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Lewis wants to pass. It's complete to the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Let's move.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explode.
Oh, a lot of space.
There we go.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Going for 6. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Leaves it with the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Crowder. Snagged in the middle, it's Thomas. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Open space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, it's complete.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It's embarrassing.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Trojans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Somebody got.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want.
It was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45.
That safety came up. I don't know if he's blitzing or not.
Lewis to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Memphis wants to move quickly. They go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On 1st and goal, let's see if Memphis can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
I see what they're trying to do.
The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. 2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal.
They can get the ball back and try to score before
trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Coming out for college football 25, when you got speed
they'll try to add another to their
every
lead.
position on both sides of the ball.
And anything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Safe completion on the screen. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Crowder. Under fire.
Let's go.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Here's the heat. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Back onto the field. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one.
Right, daggum. Freaking
now improvising.
Zone.
Got room to work.
Hold it.
Oh, the Houdini-like moves. Get it to the 22. Memphis picking up the tempo.
Yeah, good set.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Setting up the screen. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. He might want another play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Hawkins. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
And we can get at least a field
That's
goal.
a bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Lewis wants to pass. And the Heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively...
We'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best. Out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gives it on the option.
That was good. That was a good play.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Swartz. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to call...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the snap of this drive comes from the 32. Out of the gun to give to the back. just willed his way through a couple after the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. Commit to the run like this. Obviously, you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
CJ for anything.
Lewis to throw. Flips it out on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45.
Ooh.
Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short.
We got the press on CJ. Depends on what that safety's going to do.
Looking to fire. Going to take a shot at this DB.
There it is.
Got it inside the 10.
There it is.
Touchdown, Memphis. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with me, got it back to the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to throw, it's Crowder. Punch it out of the air.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket the slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Rides the back and leaves it. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Trojans will punt it away on fourth down. He'll try to really get into this one. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Power football with the run. Running room. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Rides to the back. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
One time they
from the gun, the ground game. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Lewis wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Memphis.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Caught him playing up on him again. Please don't leave.
Getting set for the point after.
Please don't leave for the poor man.
And with the extra point, they put
USC. They'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Higgins. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
to get up and tackle.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Got it set up on the outside. And he could want to finish strong.
Quite a few up in the box. We right in
Keeping it on the ground with the single back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll go to the ground. Makes it past the marker.
on to the right.
All down, but they'll move the
That's it.
sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
There
He'll
it
toss
is.
it to the 15. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
And we've already seen this QB have success throwing the football down the field. How about the
Speed
variety
action
to
on
his
him.
game? Now you run the option, you make the right read, get it to your pitch man where he can get upfield, get some extra yards. He's in the zone right now.
The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's my fault.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Go, CJ.
Grab near the marker. It's
Go,
Smith.
CJ.
Touchdown, Memphis. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen
Bounce
quarterbacks
back
get
game
like that no matter what they
for the
do. They're on
offense
fire.
specifically.
They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very 2. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. To the ground with the back. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
I'm surprised they still running the ball. I mean, it's y'all down
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
35-0 and not even passing the ball. Like, not even trying to pass the ball.
Back to pass. It's Crowder. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Now, that's exactly your job when you're a defense. You know, they're going to make throws. They're going to make catches. I got to get them on the ground. I got to limit the yak, the yards after the catch. Nice job breaking on the football, getting the wide receiver on the way.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game.
Xavier to the slides has definitely.
Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th.
Has definitely helped as well.
They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the back. He has the first and still on his feet. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
Them up. More players into the box now.
Right back to the well.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Got to like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs.
So I try to keep it simple.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking down the left side. Base grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Memphis heads to the line with a first and goal.
Get set, get set.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Defense.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Great job by the back on the option. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more. Can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll give it to the back. Running to Green. Turning it on.
We're back.
The 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Part of the backfield, it's Thomas. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's 4. There's the pressure. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Troy!
Good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gotten out everybody right now on the same page.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field, and this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that ball.
Somewhat of a hospital ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times, that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He makes the grab.
My goodness.
Turning on the Jets. Love to see
Beautiful
these
spin
3rd
move.
down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
He put some heat on that one down the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Jumping for the
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked. The coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play there's a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Unnecessary.
To the air. It's 4. Firing to the line, complete.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help us off it.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the throwback, and the offense ready to go to work. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen
See
again.
what that safety is doing, because they look like they
Wants to go up top on first down. He lobs one high
did
down the
both of
left
them. He
side.
did.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill house it. Touchdown, Tigers. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
PAT unit on the field.
Ruined his stat line with those 2 picks, but 5
The
touchdowns.
kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead.
Team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to throw, it's Ford. Finds his man down the middle.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
Perfectly fine with me.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Finding an escape route. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Trojans are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Dortch. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Bryant. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
It'll be 3rd and long. Trying play action. Got it in the middle, it's Bryant. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. New set of downs after the completion. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Ford. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle
to the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah.
It's a seam wide open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play can decide. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. And this.
Take a look at the stats. 18 for 21. I don't remember him throwing the ball 21 times. He did dink and dunk, though. 96 yards. No touchdowns. Oh, the backup, Adam Ford, was the one that came in and threw that touchdown on us. Brandon, 28 for 37, 75%, 5 touchdowns, 2 picks. One of them was just me, both of them were me just throwing bad passes. Pushed the wrong button on one, and then the other one was just a bad read. Frank, 16 for 98. And then Greg went 8 for 82 and 2 touchdowns. Long read. Receiving, CJ, per the usual, 7 for 185, 4 touchdowns. Jerry Cross, the tight end, he did some work a little bit. Xavier's first game starting 4 for 16. And then Greg caught a touchdown as well. Defensively, Everett was the lead tackler with 11, 4 TFLs for Burris, 2.5 sacks for Burris, 1.5 for Josh White. No picks, no fumbles. We got to get turnovers. That's our biggest thing. But again, a win is a win. Huge win for the team. Like I said, confidence booster coming out that Georgia State loss. This was what we needed. Go this next week and see how we looking in recruiting. Tackle Emmanuel Brown. Brand exposure is going down. How did that go down? Interesting. Conference prestige is up to a B-. That's gotten better. Championship contenders on the rise. That's gotten better. Playing style, playing time. I mean, we're making some improvements. Of course, CJ was gonna get offensive player of the week. Got national. Let's go. I don't know how he didn't get national in a 200-something receiving yard game. Here we are, Arkansas. Next game, let's take a look at recruiting. This game, I know we got a couple of visits. For sure. Amerson has locked us out. Come on, bro. Stacy, we're up to number 1 on Byron Stacy, elusive bruiser running back. Moved up to 3rd on Juan Trimble, north-south receiving. Clyde Huber, playing style. We have a C, we need a C+ for that. We didn't get no picks. That's our thing. We're not getting any interceptions at all. He's here week 4. Week 6, we've gone down on Ronell Brink. I don't even know why I scheduled a visit for him. Jamerson Sermon. Okay, let's take a look at this real quick because we got to Jamerson Sermon center. We don't even really need a center. I just like the way he looked. Athlete, contested specialist, so he's a receiver for sure. I wish I could scout some of these guys and actually get. Oh, he's at 88 speed. I mean, maybe tight end. He is an athlete, so maybe tight end. He likes proximity to home. I don't know what else he likes though. Stockton, we dropped down to 5th on James Stockton, the speedster. Playing time. Hard sold on him. Playing style, pro potential, conference prestige. He doesn't care anything about that. Is there another hard sell that gives us all of that? Besides that one? That one? Locked in? He's already on campus. Oh no. I don't even know if he's any good or not. I just know we need receivers for sure. I'm gonna see if that works. I don't know. We might be out of the race now looking at TCU and Ole Miss with that huge, even with the visit we have this week. Deontay Whitted is up here though. Trying to stay ahead of the game. Casey Chastain, I mean, we can't get picks, and I know that's what these guys are want. Well, he's won a championship contender. Deion Thomas. Number 1, Leon. Okay, so we're number 1 on the edge. And the middle linebacker, 5 stars. So we might be able to bring in a couple of 5-star edge and a middle linebacker. Conference prestige, playing time. Yeah, we definitely. There's another McCauley. If we can get that championship contender grade up. Shaquille Bohannon. He's ready for a visit. I got a lot of running backs in here right now, and I don't know why that is. There's another Mike linebacker. Iowa State. Thelma Brown. I wish there was, we can put in on him anyway, because his deal breaker, he's week 6. Playing style. It's such a hard way of brand exposure. These guys have interest, to say the least. I am gonna get rid of one of these centers. Oh no, he's a left guard. Oh, we're on his board. There's somebody on here that we're not even on their radar. And exposure. somebody else in here. We got a scholarship. Yeah. David DYNASTY. Oh, I'm tripping. I probably didn't even have to let him go. 2-star QBs. That is disgusting. Top 500. 3-star pocket passer. No interest. You're a runner. I can't have a quarterback that can't throw, man. That's just, that is the reality of the situation. I cannot have a quarterback. There's a backfield creator. Couple of QBs on here. I need a D tackle. You got a bunch of offers on the board already, too. Edge though, do I? And the reality of this is I'm not going to be able to get everybody that I want. It's just, but if I can improve the team as best as possible, DYNASTY was who I had on my board. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. We can definitely offer scholarships to each one of these guys. $67 speed. Oh, he's a pocket passer. 89 for a ball. It's not terrible. It's not good. Yeah. I mean, and that's our terrible recruiting board. We got some coach skills. We got 34. Coach level 10 for recruiter. Looks like we continue to build motivator. So we'll do that. In my opinion, I still feel like the best move is his recruiter. I still feel that way. I still feel like as good as Motivator is, and it'll be good for like off season and stuff like that, but I feel like in the recruiting battle, I still feel like even on the basic recruiting level, there's still a lot of skills that recruiter could help increase starting interest, less time to scout, because you need to be able to scout to see if these players are any good at all. And that's just the reality of it. Like, because then you'll be wasting your time if you can't. And the less time you have, it's 20 points to buy that. Gotta be level 10. Yeah, I just feel like it's still beneficial. I could be wrong, and Motivator could. Ooh, Arkansas is better than us in every aspect. I could be wrong, but I still feel like it's beneficial. But I appreciate you guys whenever you're watching. Like always, spam that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you aren't already subscribed. Stay tuned for week 4. We got visits on campus. We go against Arkansas back at home. Till next time, it's your boy Steve signing off saying, oh, what you got?